I used to redo so much work. As embarrassing as that is, when I first started, I was redoing a lot of work. And I was redoing so much work that my clients actually got tired of coming in for free, crappy lashes. Yeah, it happens. So if a client's lashes are falling off, you're having retention issues, you can't figure it out, you look unexperienced and you look unprofessional. So I'm going to show you what I do for every single appointment where I'm not, well, every now and then we still have retention issues, but now I can figure out why. I can troubleshoot it, I can prevent it, and I can make sure I can do everything that I can to keep that client happy. Okay, I'm going to go into my client list and we're going to use Catherine as an example. None of these are real clients, so if you're worried about seeing any information, it's totally okay. This is not my personal studio account. This is my demo account because I want to make sure all my client information is kept private. So say Catherine comes in and this time she came in with great retention. So today we're going to pretend that it's not the second. We're going to pretend that this says the second, but today is like 2 weeks later. She's coming for her fill. I'm looking at her lashes and I'm like, oh my gosh, Catherine, what have you been doing? Your retention is amazing. Like, we don't even need this whole hour and a half. I can get you out of here in 45 minutes. And she's like, well, like, I didn't change anything. Like, I've been doing everything. I haven't changed my products. I like, everything's exactly the same. So then it comes back on you and I want to know, okay, like, why are her lashes lasting better this time? Yes, it could be her lash cycle or it could be something else. So I'm going to go into my notes and I'm going to see here, what did we do last time she came in on the second? I know that I used this untamed retention glue. I can see my room temperature, my humidity, and I can see her lashes. She did a great set of lashes. But like, this isn't really telling me much, right? It's just my notes. It's not telling me what I did or like what about this could be the reason why Catherine has great retention this time. So I'm going to go back into my reports and I want to take a guess. I'm like, maybe it was my glue. Like, let's see what's going on with my glue. Let's do untamed retention. And I started using this glue. I've used a couple of bottles of it. I've been using it for a little while. So I'm going to go back a couple of months because I'm kind of want to compare some numbers here, right? Let's see what's going on. Okay, so this is everybody that I use the glue on. It has the glue open date. It has the room temperature. There is a little bit more information that's supposed to be on the side here that we're going to get it added in. But because I can't see it in the screen right now, which we will fix, I'm going to export it to CSV. And I want to open it because I want to see my notes for that for the sessions as well. All right, so this is everybody that I use this untamed retention glue on. So Demara over here, best retention yet, which means her previous appointment before this also had great retention, is when I also used this glue. So I want to know, what did I do? I used this glue and my room temperature was around 22. My humidity was around 61. Okay, last time Catherine came in, we did her full set. Humidity was around 60. Room temperature was around 22. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that when my room humidity is around 60 and my room temperature is around 22, that I'm getting good retention. And you're probably sitting there like, well, Neelam, that's what the glue manufacturer recommendations tells me. Yes, your glue manufacturer recommendations tell you like this is your ideal humidity, but go get a few hygrometers and go line them up side to side and put it in the same environment at the same location and tell me if they're reading the same thing. One might tell you that it's like 40%, and the other one might tell you it's like 80%. Like, it might not be that off. That might be a little bit dramatic, but they will not be the same. It's very rare that they're the same. Hygrometers all kind of like are doing their own thing. So it's really hard to rely on just one, like just that one hygrometer and compare it to the manufacturer's recommendations. You literally have to figure out your hygrometer and figure out what your environment is doing. So based on my hygrometer in my room, which is not the same as someone else's hygrometer, or not going to have the same reading as the next hygrometer next to it, I know if my room temperature is around 22 degrees and my humidity is around 60, I'm having awesome retention. Now, can we confirm this is the case? Well, sure, because look, I use untamed retention and I used it when my hygrometer said it was 19 degrees Celsius and humidity of 20% and lashes were popping off while lashing. I said I did the best that I could and I let her know. What else did I do here? Yeah, lashes were popping off, did the best that I could, let her know that she might have issues with it and to keep an eye on it. So not only were her lashes popping off when I was lashing her, I also told her, hey girl, I'm kind of having some issues here today. Keep an eye on your lashes for the next day or two. If you're having like excessive fallout, give me a call. I will bring you back in. We will get it fixed. Something is just being a little bit funny today. It might be perfectly fine, but I want to let you know so that she doesn't go home, her lashes fall out, and she's like, whoa, this lash artist thinks she's good and she's charging me X amount of dollars, but my lashes are falling off. So at least that communication there is already open. So this really, really helps you find your sweet spot.